How can one master trading psychology? So again, trading psychology is a very simple thing for you to master. And the easiest way for you to master trading psychology is understand you're probably going to lose a lot of trades. But if you're winning, don't get me wrong, some people have super high win rates, all good for them. But if you just got a better understanding that, yes, I'm probably going to lose a lot of trades, or this entry is probably not the perfect entry, then you're going to be in a period where you basically get into this thing where you're like, okay, let me lower my risk so I can trade. Again, if you've got 1% of $1,000,000 capital, that's $10,000. This is how you master trading psychology. I'm not saying you can't grow a live account, but that's a whole different level of psychology, because you're going to be winning and losing, you know, huge money sometimes, because obviously you're trying to risk more to grow the account. That's a whole different level. And I feel like that's something that more advanced traders should be doing rather than people that are beginners. For a beginner trader, I would always suggest for them to just understand this first. And when they're comfortable with this, then they can now start trading their live account, trying to grow it from small money to bigger money, because they understand their trading strategy better. So let's just go into the beginner version of this, because this is a live session. Yeah, once you build your capital up to $1 million, you're making $10,000 a month. That is how you master it. All you got to do is make 0.25% times 4 equals there. So you could be doing 0.25% a week trading to make $10,000. If you're making 0.25%, how much risk are you taking on that $1 million account per week? You're not even going to care about your trades. That's where set and forget comes in. You're going to take a trade and just be like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. You're not going to be sitting there thinking, oh my God, this trade's got to win. This trade's you're not even trading 1% of your account per week if you're making 1% a month. When I realized that concept, I was like, hold on, this makes sense. And we're in a position where you don't have to grow a small account to $1 million. You can get these prop accounts. The only problem is prop accounts take a period of time. So I've told every single person to go with this firm now. Hold on. Now, with this prop firm account, it's an 80-20 split, and then it goes up to 90-10. Obviously, these are all the prices you pay for this account. This is without VAT as well. Please remember that. So these accounts actually cost more with VAT. VAT is actually like almost $100 extra, obviously, depending on account size. But there is a 10% discount code as well that I have found. Basically, with this company, there is no time limit on their prop firm account. So this company, now I can tell traders, because before I was telling them get smaller accounts. Now, if you have got like $3,000, $5,000 investment, great. Now you can go get yourself a $100,000 account. Yeah, so you are making some type of decent money when it's live. Yeah, and you can trade this account with small baby risk over a period of time. You can pass in 9 months, you can pass in a year. You don't have to pass in 30 days. Like, why do that to yourself? You've got to understand this is how your psychology gets better. Your goal is just to master how to make 0.25% a week. If you're doing that, times 4 is we know that it's 1% a month, basically, which is $10,000 on $1 million account. These people, you can scale your account up to 2.5 million. Remember what I've just explained to you there. Now you're making $25,000 a month, making 0.25% a week on this account. When you enter trades and they're negative 1,000, because your risk is so small, you're not going to care. Master trying to trade over a period of time. People can't do that with a live account because they can't trade proper probabilities because the account's too small. Even 0.01s, they go a long way. If you enter 8 trades on 0.01, that account can blow in a week. You get it? But if you've got the bigger account, like 100,000, and you lower your risk, you could be taking 0.02s, freeze on this. Let's say you only lose, what's 0.25%? It's $250 in a week. So maybe every loss you take is like $25, $15, $25. But at the end of the week, the max you can lose is like $250. You're not going to be screaming if that account's on 99,750. You know, by next week it will go back up to maybe 100,000 or just below. Learn to trade like that. Once you trade like that, your psychology is going to be on point. The most important thing out of this is you're going to see your strategy works. You're going to see, oh, like I told you about Neo, there's good times and there's bad times. I'm realizing that when Neo seems to get to this quarterly period in the market, I trade break and retest from the daily, weekly, monthly. So at that period, it seems like they do continuations, not breakout, retest, reversals. You need to learn all of these factors about your strategy. But these accounts with no time frame, bigger capital, lower risk, you can trade whilst working, not only trading all day, whilst working. You're going to realize how to master your strategy, and then you can now push it to the limit once you master that.
Started from the bottom like Drake, got that young moolah, but I learned my mistakes. Climbing up the ladder, gotta watch out for the snakes. If you wanna be the boss, then you have to delegate.